Right, welcome back to knowledge, and this one is just basically rounding up all of the cube knowledges, right? Because it's it's an important aspect of all of the brainwashing, right? This cube. So it's important to sort of grasp the idea about it, right? And as you can see here, right, kibosh, QBosh, right? A term from the Irish term or the death cap as worn by a British judge, thus meaning stop or ending, right? Very much like the nine, like the nine idea and all that, and the QBosh, the bosh, like the cube, put the kibosh. See what I'm saying? The cube idea is very, very a big idea to them in this, in the brainwashing and all that. Kibosh. Kibosh, insect killer, see? See how they use this type of idea of the cube, right? Decisively terminate. So you can see what all that's about. With relation to natural people and that, right? Right, so the bosh, right? The bosh is kibosh, QBosh is a German tools company, right? Or Bosch. But also used to, it's like electronic tools and all that, right? But they used to call it in World War One. Used to call the Germans a Bosch. Right. Bosch meant the beast, So as we know, the beast idea about the, in relation to these trans and that, right? The beast, the Bosch is the beast, right? Of course, they call him Jerry and all. Jerry is a Jeremiah, James, right? So what's all this about? Pure hex, pure brainwashing. That's what it's about, right? Bosch, Gerlingen, again, Jeremiah James. The kibosh. Of course, remember how your British royal family, supposedly your British royal family is all German, isn't it? So obviously something here, funny going on there, right? The Bosch. Here's a funny thing, right? Horst QBosh or QBosh. Remember how we had the Bush family? The Bush family was the American president family, right? The Bush. So this is the QBosh as opposed to the kibosh. But still cube related, right? The QBosh, after divorce of his parents, was raised by his father a carpenter. You know the garbage, right? Of course, a dirty T, this character. Right? You know the rubbish. Right? No. Right, now, so off the other videos, right? Bok is the cube, right? So you C-U-B, and then the K is basically becoming the E, right? The cube Rogers. So obviously they use it in science fiction and all this. And the Buck Rogers character and all this. Been around a long time, like, since about 1930s. starting in 1933. And yeah, there was one later on about 1980s, wasn't there? Buck Rogers. And of course the 25 out of 7, 25 TH. Captain William Buck Rogers. Of course it's the cube, see, the cube idea. Then you've basically got Starbucks, right, which is star cubes, right? Yeah. It's obviously like a mermaid type idea or something, a trans idea, right? For the the picture. But Starbucks is star cubes. The old star cubes. The mermaid trans. Like it's a bit like the Venus one, the birth of Venus. Star cubes. So that leads here, right? Curve. As we know, curve is cube. Same as cube, right? What is a curve? A small sheltered bear, right? Remember how bear is also the beast. B-A-Y is also a beast. Right, and this is a small sheltered bear. Cube, right, a concave arch. So you've got your arch, right? Chamber, the chamberlains, remember the chamberlains? And the cave, the cube, right? Germanic, pigsty, pen. Right? Remember how Jesus is basically to do with the pigs. The pigsty, right? Curve, right? The cube. Perfectly amiable curve. Adult male, right? Curver, thing or person. So you see what this cube's all about, right? A curve, narrow restricted entrances. So that goes to the birth of Venus, right? Famous painting by Sandro Botticelli, right? It's basically set in the curve, right? Or the beard, the little curve where this is about how after Uranus was castrated, right? And then the Venus was born out of womb after Uranus was castrated, right? So obviously that's the day with being a trans and all this, right? Little square cube. And they're very famous painting and all that, right? But it's the day with being a trans, right? So there's the bear, as you can see, right? There's the bear or the curve, which is mentioned in the cube idea, right? So this is the day with the cube, right? This is like fundamental to the idea about the cube, right? Emerged from the sea, fully grown, Venus. So you'll see birth of Venus, right? There's the curve. There's the wind, right? This one blowing the wind. The wind like Windsor, right? Yeah. Emerged from the sea fully grown, right? And a scallop shell. And there's the wind, right? Windsor. Windsor. Transformation. Interesting, not finding that idea about the castration idea on this particular page. Like, it's definitely what it's all about. Find on a different one, like. And you straight away realise they must be wanting to hide that. To a certain degree, hide it. What it's based on, the story. Yeah, you just get this straight away. Venus was conceived when a Titan Cronus castrated his father, the god Uranus, whose severed genitals fertilised the sea. Right? And that's how the birth of Venus come about. The curve and the cube. So the neutrons washed up in the curve, right? Which is the cube. So as you can see, this stuff here, links together. And they're castrated by his son Saturn, right? There's a lot of stuff about how Saturn is linked to a cube and all this, right? So obviously now we know what we're dealing with here, the castration. Yeah, and the cube idea, right? Birth of Venus. So Cronus is the same as Saturn, like. And they emerged from the sea in a shell. Of course, the froth idea is the same as the fourth. Like the fourth, go forth and multiply. And the four, like the Dalit, right? The froth, right? The Forth Bridge, which is in Edinburgh, Scotland. So like the Scottish Rites idea, right? The Forth Bridge, the Firth of Forth, in the east of Scotland, 9 miles, 14 kilometres. Funny how that ties in, isn't it? James Anderson, Queensferry, Mr. T.H. Falconer. So a lot of crude, a lot of tea drinkers about on this. Houston. Meeting now Cage, right? Cage is also the cube, right? So you have Nicholas Cage, and his real name isn't Nicholas Cage, so it's Coppola. Right? Coppola, but they call him Nicholas Cage for the the career thing and all that, right? So again, it's a cube idea. Right? The day with the cube. Which here we have cube fighters, right? Which is obviously same as cage fighters. This is like a kid's game. For children's and what have you, cube fighter. Fighting, which is basically cube fighting, right? Mixed martial arts, cage fighting, cubes, artists. See?